What up? What up? What up? What up? We are going. You're going to see us in a second. You can hear us. And there we are. Yeah, we know how to work this thing. Apparently, I don't. What's up, everybody? Sarah just went out a blanket, of all things. I don't blame her. It is kind of chilly. The air conditioner in this room is right next to like the internal where the fan pushes everything. So it is the coolest in this room and the room over there. What are you going to do? Apparently, wear a blanket or drink some whiskey. Happy Cinco de Mayo.
Cheers.
Apparently, it's so cold. Yeah?
It's Friday.
It is freaking Friday. Thank goodness gracious. This week's been a bit long.
Sure, it's the first of the month.
How was your week?
It was long.
Long neck.
Bottle.
Beer. So anyway, we will let a few of you all build in here before we kick off. Tell you what we're drinking on. We, of course, need to throw up the what are you drinkings on? What's in your glass? Throw the chat up here. In case you guys want to chat, tell us what you're drinking on. Tell us what else you want to talk about tonight. Because we came in here like Cinco de Mayo. As you can tell, we're not all festive. It's fine. We do have some tequila for later, so we'll share that in a little bit.
I tried to get you festive.
Well, at like 9:30 last night, which is my fault because I should have been thinking about it sooner than that. I mean, totally, you're not wrong. I mean, I agree with you. Like, it's definitely something where you look up and you realize it's on a Friday and you're like, oh, crap. Probably should have planned better. Hashtag not a planner about that stuff.
Hashtag you need a planning calendar.
Oh, we're on that again. Well, probably. So, anyway, drinking on some tequila this evening. We will have some later. I'll show you what it will be. It'll be a little Campo Veda tequila. I think it's hard to tell because the bottle's so empty almost. But that'll be what we're getting into later. It's a little high-end sipping añejo.
So what are we starting with tonight?
But we are starting. I don't know why I went, what? We're starting with one of the trip bottles.
Okay.
The Green River Wheated.
Wheated?
And I was going to review it, but I decided let's just crack it because there's a lot of reviews out there already. And I'm trying to get things out there that are reviewed that others don't have. So,
where's this from?
Green River? No, I'm not doing it.
Oh, okay.
But they are owned by Bardstown now. So okay. That is a good question. But they are still their own little distillery. So Green River also used to be in the game of doing some celebrity whiskey, I believe. If I'm not mistaken, like this was the Charles Woodson, where Charles Woodson. Jeez,
Woodskin?
Charles Woodson whiskey is sourced from. And then they were also trying some of the different rapid aging techniques 5-10 years ago, which really didn't go over very well with a lot of people because, I don't think people realize Old Forester were doing like heat cycling and some things that maybe are rapid aging. They were doing some different things though. They were doing some stave experiments and wood chip experiments and stuff too. So, but this is not that. This is just a straight aged product. I don't think it's age stated, but this is not a rapid age product. I came to like it just off a little bit. We tasted it at Bardstown. If you guys watched the haul video, you probably saw that. Tasted at Bardstown alongside like the Foursquare, which was really good, and the West Virginia Barrel Company one. And honestly, for a $35 bottle, I was just really kind of blown away by it, to be honest with you. So another Wheaters. Never bad to have another Wheater in the market.
A Wheater?
Wheat. So what do you think?
Haven't tried it yet.
Heat.
Get my blanket all settled.
I know. I'm trying to buy you time while you're like adjusting your blanket over here. And it's like, yeah, what are you gonna do?
Yeah, hoping it was chilly in here. You have the fan
I'll turn
on.
The fan
for
off for you. I know the fan's been on for like months, but I'll turn it off for you. Make sure I don't hit the wrong.
Like it should say typically I'm warm in here, but it is freezing in here tonight.
Yeah, I'll turn the fan off. It's fine.
It's fine.
It's fine. Maybe. No, there's no battery in this. I can't. Guess you're not gonna get the fan turned off. Oh crap. We're a hot mess tonight. But yeah. Cool thing about the bottle is they like have it like a horseshoe on the bottom. I don't know if you can see that too well. And the bottle's in kind of a horseshoe shape all the way up. So that was kind of a neat thing. I was like, that's cool. Different. I don't know if maybe if that's their normal bottling or if they bought a stock of bottles like that. It's almost cool if we had a little pedestal. We could actually get it in the shot now. We have a new table. You guys can't see it, obviously, but we finally have a formal table in here. That's the studio table instead of using a folding table.
I like it a lot.
This one?
No, I like the table a lot.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the whiskey.
The whiskey's good too, but I like the table a lot. So hopefully they get to see it at some point.
Yeah, I think we'll do. Well, when I get a few more things together, we're going to do like a studio tour thing. Go around the room and take 7 seconds and show people.
Closet door, basically.
Go around and show people 7 seconds video of what it looks like in here in our 11 by 13 little room that we've converted to a studio. So with 2 sets, we don't use the gray set. I want to go back to using it though. We got to get that barrel lacquered.
I like that.
Schlackered.
I prefer that one.
Well, then go over there. You're like, buddy, I will knock you out in front of all these people.
I might get some followers.
Might get some likes. Knock him out. Hit him.
Who's out there? Who do we got out there today?
Yeah, we haven't seen anybody chat. Y'all are quiet tonight.
I was like, what are you looking for?
Make sure I don't kick over this bottle that's over here. Oh, man. I dig that a lot. What you think?
You can tell it's a weeder.
Sweet.
It's a little sweet. I get I get a lot of corn on it.
I think it's youthy. Yeah, I'll give you that. Youthy. I think you're saying youthy or something. But,
youthy?
A little, but I mean, I don't think it's like the most corny in the world. I think it's it does remind me a little bit at 90 proof, right?
Mm-hmm.
I kind of wish they would have left a little more proof in it. Maybe we might have helped that a little bit. Maybe it would have exaggerated that. Who knows? This is the neck pour off the bottle, so if you believe in that kind of thing, I don't know, but I think everybody's drinking right now. They're just drinking hardcore.
I mean, it is Friday and a big party night. So
and Derby Day tomorrow. I mean, I don't even know a single horse. Well, not that I know horses, because I don't know any horses. I'm not aware of any name of any single horse in the field.
We should make a bet.
About what?
One of the horses.
What do you want to bet? Just gonna pick a number?
I'm just gonna pick one. The gray one and number 6.
What if there isn't a gray number 6?
No, I'm just saying I want the gray one and number 6.
The gray one and number 6. What if the gray one is number 6?
Perfect. Even better.
Yeah. Okay. I want number 8 and number 2 to finish second.
You want number 2 to finish
number
second?
8
to win.
To win, and number 2, somebody to exacta.
Boxed?
Yeah, we'll box it just in case 2 does nudge out number 8. That's fine. We know horse. She knows how to horse bet. I told you, that's amazing, isn't it? Listen, the track at Tampa is awesome. You can go up to the picnic area. You can bring your own booze in. I mean,
freaking boxed. Is it boxed straight and?
Well, it depends. So if you're doing 2 bets, you can only do box and straight. But yeah,
and then the trifecta.
Well, trifecta, right? You can do. So yeah, man. See, I told you. I've had more fun when we go to the horse track. So just putting like $20 in my pocket and walking up and doing a quick pick and don't even look at the ticket until the race is over. It's way more fun that way. If you try and handicap it and stuff, you're like, this is no good. No D-say.
Just quick pick it. Quick pick it.
I mean, maybe if you see a horse take a poop when they're getting ready to go out.
That's what my mom used to always say.
Well, I mean, don't you walk faster after you take
That's why we don't have folks on this evening. Nate's going to talk about poop.
Yeah. Forte is a Florida horse. Well, there you go.
Is it number 6 or is he gray?
I don't know. Forte. What's his forte? And now I a lot of years I at least kind of take a peek and see who the hype horses are and all that, but no, this year I haven't even bothered because little known fact. Well, tomorrow is not our anniversary. This past what day?
What day was it?
What day? Sunday?
Monday?
Yes, Monday. I can't count. I know the date. I just didn't remember which day of the week. So we did get married on actual Derby Day, the year we got married.
We did.
Yeah. It's also May Day. So I don't know.
Our anniversary is May 1st.
Yeah, so take that for what you will. But so it's pretty cool. I always forget which horse won the Derby on our wedding day. Smarty Jones?
Oh, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't
I can
remember.
probably look real quick.
I think that is Smarty Jones because the grandparents' last name is Jones. That sticks with me. Could be wrong. But we always love Derby Day. We never go do anything, but we always love it. Well, it's just a weird thing.
Derby.
It's a good day to drink bourbon.
Winner
2005.
2004.
Or was it Pharaoh? I can't remember.
Smarty Jones.
Smarty
look
Jones.
At you.
Look at that.
You're pretty good.
Smarty Jones.
Smarty.
Yeah, an American Pharaoh, I think, was a year or two later.
When was
No, American Pharaoh was
Secretariat?
recently because it won. The Secretary was 78.
Oh, I thought was there another one? Or was that just the
There
movie?
was a Triple Crown winner a few years ago.
Or was that just the movie was about the Secretary?
There was a movie about Secretary. There was also Citation, and a few others that were really famous horses throughout the year. So, again, showing our range on the show. We talked about NFL draft last week and WWE. Now we're talking about horse racing.
Right.
So you see what you get. You get a little bit of everything. Little bit of everything. What do you think about that one?
It needs a little aging on it.
Needs a little time.
Needs a little time. It's like a little young.
Time. I want to come back to that bottle. Definitely a different experience we had at Bardstown. But the bottle was shoop all the way down here. So
Yeah.
So we'll see how that goes. What do you want to do next? You want to do the Russells or the Bep?
Let's do the Russells.
The Russells.
My dad found some bourbon today.
I heard. Your mom texted me separately.
Did she really?
Yeah. It's kind of funny. So that's gonna
So
happen.
if you are in Kentucky near Somerset, there's a liquor store. I don't know which. I apologize that part. That does have the Woodford Reserve, the Derby bottle.
Yeah, we got our pass on it, like 6 weeks ago here.
Mhm.
And then they went at Costco. They fly out of there. They just, oh, there we go. Man, that's just a different animal. So this is Russell's Reserve. It is a pick. It is might even be able to get that to come in tonight. I've got my arm going just right. Manatee Whiskey Society.
It shows right here.
Well, it's also, you're right. Sorry. You're right. At any rate, this is definitely a great bottle. It's people look at these picks sometimes, and I'm kind of floored because they look and they go, I want 11 years. I want 11 years. To me, on these, it doesn't matter. You really are going to want the floor and warehouse combination on these guys. A lot of cases, and the age, as long as it's not super young, who really cares? But I know that we've heard comments people saying they want that 11 year and they pass this one up, and it's kind of a shame. Really honest with you.
It's
Beautiful nose.
It's definitely changed. I can get me a lot of chocolate on it.
Mm-hmm. I was thinking I got almost some more of that darker experience out of it.
Like a Hershey's chocolate.
It's a candy bar. Candy bar. Well, hello. Good evening from Ohio. Well, hello to the entire state of Ohio.
Hello, Ohio.
Hello, Ohio.
Hello, Florida. Hello, Kentucky.
Oh, my goodness.
I don't know if there's another state that we have out there, but hello to you too.
We would know because I people are chatty, so we would know if anyone was out there. But it's all good. I kind of was curious to see how tonight would go in terms of audience. Anyway, it's a
party night, babe.
It is, and I think you're also running into some early or late. I know proms are usually Saturday nights, so don't jump me. But you're running into some late prom weekends that are tying people up. First weekends, people get out camping, like Midwest and stuff. So
Wasn't it my senior year prom was also on May 1st?
I don't recall. I have no idea. You're asking me to remember an awful lot there. You're asking me to go back into the last century for that. Really? I've been in this century more than last century.
You know dates and numbers, so why not?
I don't
dates
recall.
Aren't always your thing.
I don't recall. It's like I'm on trial here. I don't recall.
You get flowers now. It's weird.
Flowers? It's all right. He can call me Flower if he wants to.
Well, what did we do last night, Bill?
You asking me or you asking somebody?
Mm-hmm.
We went and saw Guardians of the Galaxy, Part 3,
Part 3.
Volume 3.
It's volume 3.
Yeah. And we are going to tell you all about it, right? No, I'm kidding. We're not going to tell you about it.
We were going to tell you 3 truths and a lie.
No.
4 lies and a truth.
Close enough. Yeah. We were going to flip that game. We were going to say, we're going to give away one spoiler, but you're not going to know what it is. We were going to play 3 lies and a truth. And we were going to say, like, let's pick a different movie so we don't actually slip up potentially and go some way. We were going to say, like, Top Gun 2. We are going to be like, Goose comes back.
He kind of does.
Well,
just his son.
Okay, but he doesn't come back, so that's a lie. If you haven't seen Top Gun 2, I'm sorry.
Sorry.
But, so that's the idea. We were going to say things like Goose comes back. Maverick gets shot down.
The plane blows
let's
up.
make something else up. Yeah, so you get it. So, which, FYI, you haven't seen Top Gun 2. Spoiler alert. You better get away for 5 seconds. Maverick does get shot down. Okay, we're back. If you went away for spoiler alert, so
if you haven't seen Top Gun 2, or it's not Top Gun 2, it's called Maverick. It's really, really good.
It actually is very good. I was very surprised. They did a nice job following up some 30 plus years later of making it so that you really got a nice cohesive story out of it, but you got some new characters out of it. No Kelly McGillis. They played it off that she had died, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep, she had cancer.
And then Val Kilmer's character was really sick. So we won't go into that anymore. But yeah, it was interesting. It was a good movie. So, but Guardians of the Galaxy 3, I think the only thing I'd really say about it, I wonder if we can get this turned a little bit because I want to. There you go. Say something real quick.
I kept turning it.
You're good.
I feel like it's like right here. Like
You're
I'm.
good. Well, you are, but you're not. Guardians 3. I left the theater. I think we talked about going home last night.
I'm glad you left. You just didn't stay there.
They would have kicked me out at some point. I left the theater and I was disappointed at first.
Really?
Yeah, I told you that. So it just wasn't like satisfying. And then the more I thought about it, I was kind of like, it is satisfying just in a different way.
Yeah.
I think if I say what I said to you last night, it might give some people the idea of what happened or didn't happen. And so I can't say that one thing.
Yeah, especially since, it's premiere weekend. A lot of folks will
next weekend, all fair bet.
We're just going to talk about it. Because, all in all, it is a good movie. I will say that out of the 3, it's not my favorite.
The middle section, starting the middle act, drug out too long.
Yeah.
Way too long. They probably could have cut 15 minutes out of that section.
Or an hour.
And I don't know about an hour. They probably could cut 15, 20 minutes out of that section and still giving you as impactful a story. Still blowing the same amount of shit up.
Yeah.
So, I didn't know this. Did you know Kraglin, the guy with the arrow now, is James Gunn's brother?
Oh, really?
Yeah.
No.
Or he's in the Gunn family. I guess I should be careful.
That's
I think it's his brother, but yeah.
That's kind of cool.
So yeah, spoiler alert, Kraglin's still around, but you guys knew that already.
You knew that.
If you watch
I was gonna say, if you watch any of it, you know that.
Yeah.
So
yeah. So we'll go into it a little more next week when I think people have had a chance to see it. And if you don't want to listen next week, then don't listen. But it was it's hard for me because I just know that they're setting up stuff for us to have new stuff.
Yeah.
But that's not a spoiler either. I'm not trying to
I think the hard part is that
much.
You look for that now in Marvel movies or.
Well, it's hard. The hardest thing I have with Marvel is it's hard for them to top themselves now.
Yeah, Endgame was just really good. So
I don't know how you top that. You're fighting against something that was a decade in the story making.
Can you mute me? I think I have to sneeze.
Yeah, you're muted. You're good. Yeah, so it's just hard to fight something that's a decade in the making, like an RDJ, event like that or whatnot. And then there was this weird thing where I thought like we would get more Doctor Strange in this phase, and we haven't. you know, but I know they only have so many movies they can make with him. So
They did use that to get them on a ship. On the ship on the movie? No.
no. So I mean, I feel like I don't know. Maybe I'm just saying that I'm an old man yelling at clouds, and I want my old characters from the first 3 phases. But whatever. I don't know. It's fine. It's fine. But it was good. It's 2 hours and 40 minutes. It's a long runner. I mean, you feel it by the time you get up, and you got to stay till the end credit. You know, which
there's 2 of them.
There's a mid credit and end credit. Mid credit's better than the end credit, in my opinion. But the end credit is setting something up.
It is set, yeah.
Don't know exactly what yet, but we know it is. So typical Marvel. We'll see. Flash kind of looked like a good trailer.
You're
not a DC person.
I've never been a Batman person, so.
But Flash looked pretty cool. I'm not gonna lie.
Are they trying to do it like Spider-Man though, and like have all of the different Batmans on the same screen?
Sort of. I don't think they're trying to do that on purpose. I think from what I understand about Flash is there's this whole comic book run called Flashpoint, where like he realizes he can time travel, and then so obviously the story with him, like you saw in the trailer, which is no secret, is his mom died. But just kind of like Wanda Maximoff, there's the universe where his mom is still alive. Blah 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 blah.
But
so that makes him morally torn, right? You know.
It's just I feel like I would be super confused with that. Only because there's like 2 of everybody.
What up, Mendoza? Yeah, I could see that.
Like I can't wrap my head around those types of things, like where they do the last 6 movies or 3 movies before.
Well, they're not doing that. So I know your whole Star Wars thing does throw you. I totally understand that. I'm not even going to be here to make fun of you on that. I'm just saying it does. I think the key with like DC is they're trying to reset so that it is a little more grounded, because like Marvel got out and sold us on this whole like some people characters from space and stuff, but they did it in a really nice, slow, methodical way. Whereas like Marvel or DC just ripped off the Band-Aid with like General Zod and shit, like really fast. You know, you're like, who, what? You know, like, and people are smart. A lot of people watch both, but yeah, I don't know. All right, it's time for some Black Eyed Peas. Yeah, time for a little BEP. BEP. We reckon it. Back in the day when we were going to the gym and stuff, that was the jam.
I signed up. I didn't sign up to go, but I signed up to be on the thing so I can get first when we go, because I'm going to go back.
Good. I like it. Crunch. Oh, wow. Okay. I'll let you pour and smell.
I'm still have the other one.
Okay. But yeah. So that's our Guardians of the Galaxy review for you guys. What are you guys drinking on? We have not seen anyone else drinking. That is our non-spoiler, non-specific.
It is Friday. It is Cinco de Mayo.
Somebody's got to be drinking
something. Has to be drinking something.
Yeah.
Like,
if y'all aren't, I don't know what the other people are leaving. They're like, we're not going to tell you. We're not drinking. We're out of here.
Like, I don't know. Do people not party on Fridays anymore or drink on Fridays anymore?
It's like the only day I definitely drink. Like legit, I don't say that like I'm like trying to cover anything up, but seriously, recording day and Saturday, Friday are the only days I really definitely drink. Other than that,
unless it's been a long day and then we
yeet. What up, Aiden?
And then
there he is. Aiden's drinking on something. I know he is.
And then we end up at the Grayson twice.
Yeah, we have a new sports bar that opened up by us. It's not so great selection just yet of liquor, or not liquor, but of bourbon. They're getting there. I think they're going to try. But the food's damn good and the service is good. So
I guess we could go there. Let's start. Like, if you were to open a bar or a restaurant, what would be a solid 8 that you would have behind the bar?
Solid 8 I'd have behind the bar? I mean, you have to have Jack. Let's put it this way. You can't open a bar unless you're holding yourself out to be like a high-end bourbon bar, which you're talking just general neighborhood sports bar, right?
Right.
Jack. You got to have Jack. So,
okay.
But hell yeah. Happy birthday, dude.
Happy birthday.
Dude, Benchmark Foolproof, I don't know what to tell people. Like, I get it. it's not the most refined aged product out there, man. Happy birthday again, by the way. But dude, it's for the price at that proof, and you're getting most of the things you enjoy out of the Stag line. Very, I'm not calling it Stag. We know that, man. Listen, I often tell people drink how they like it. I even put a drop or two of water in it usually just to help round it out a little bit. It's wonderful. I have no shame in that game. So, be Will, Barry, Buffalo Trace at the moment.
Nice.
Yeah, the Buffalo Trace products, man, I don't know. Junkies kind of went off on a tangent a little bit about it, and I don't know. I think they're kind of right. I'm not sure we're going to get a lot of extra, like, of the higher end product. Sazerac still has to fill so much stuff for Fireball and things like that. Like that capacity is going to go to products that move, dollars and cash flow. Some of it will go to aging, whatnot, but we'll see. They are building rig houses. So that's encouraging, but
we learned, was it last week or the week before, that there's 2 different types of Fireball? That was last week, right?
So yeah, there's and they were sued over it. I didn't know this. I think I might have heard it in passing, but it didn't stick to my brain. Why are we all? Oh, I know why.
Because I'm doing this.
I gotta get on your level. That's why.
Damn straight.
Yeah, I got level. Yeah, so you can get 70 proof Fireball, which is the actual liquor store Fireball, or the one that you see at gas stations typically is 35 proof. Is that right?
33.
Yeah. 30 something. Yeah. And so we didn't realize that. So if you've been buying it at gas stations, whatever, you've probably been getting cheated and thinking that you're getting, white girl wasted off Fireball, and you're not. I mean, sorry about you. But so yeah, I don't know. It's such an interesting thing. But going back to the benchmark foolproof, I completely agree with that, man. That's freaking. It's just. It's sad. You realize there's some states that don't get it. Like you talk to like some people. David at Whiskey Row. I've talked to him recently, and he's like, "We don't get it. We don't see it. It doesn't happen in Virginia." And you're like, well, okay, you get John J. Bowman, but yeah, that's kind of, that's sort of where I was going with it, was that I think there's this Aiden, get a hold of me, dude. Nate at 3drinksdown.com. I can help you out. You already have a mule, but if you need more. But yeah, I agree, because I kind of felt the same way about their comments. They were kind of just like putting it out there, like, here's what we think they're going to do. And, it behooves Buffalo Trace to still make some of these crazier products come out of these warehouses and have more of them in 10 and 12 years. I mean, shit, honestly, they don't make enough in my mind of the handy. Like, and that's a 6 or 7 year rye product. That's something they could definitely have turned around in this whole next turn where they're building warehouses and crap, and double or triple handy. And they won't, but they could, and it would be all the more for it. So yeah, I remember you telling me that. No, I think there's a lot. I mean, even I know that, like, there's some things I assume that are the same way, but yeah, what are you going to do? I mean, it's and we talked about this too. I think we talked about, like, whether you're, a state lottery or state controlled or whatever, and Wild Wild West here in Florida for the most part. And that's a whole other layer to it too, right? Because the distributor or the distilleries know that too, and they have to think about where they're going to distribute and whatnot. So, I also look at, like, some things like, Ohio instead of that, because we're familiar with Ohio. And not to get too nerdy, we're going to stop here after this, but like, they are a control state, but they try their best to be transparent, and I can dig that. I can live with that. I don't like the government oversight so much, but I can live with that. So
from the app and stuff.
Yeah, they at least give you a chance to kind of be like, oh, okay, cool. Here, this is there. I can drop, and what are you gonna do? So, be just better if we could direct consumer, but that's got problems too. BEP. Yeah, Nick, it's right here, dude. Look, Nick. Yep. Mendoza drinking Blue Note barrel pick from the cave. The cave? Where the hell's the cave?
I don't know.
I gotta know now.
What's the cave?
Yeah. I'm intrigued. Is it local, or when you guys are traveling? Dude, Mendoza, where's the cave?
Maybe he got it on the cruise.
I don't know. Is there like a whiskey cave or something? I need to go to this whiskey cave if there is. What do you think?
I get a lot of cherry.
Yeah.
And then you can, I don't know if it's in my head because it says it's a wood stave, but you get like, I feel like I can taste the wood.
Oh, I haven't tasted it yet. I was only off nose.
Oh,
cool. Truth be told, I mean, I like what I like from Buffalo Trace. I think I've been no secret about I don't like regular Eagle Rare at all. I just don't. More for
no.
others. That's fine. Store picks,
Store
okay,
picks
different.
are good. Yeah, for you.
We, ironically enough, one of the first picks I did with a local whiskey society was Eagle Rare. It happened to be a mash bill to Eagle Rare, so it's very different. We'll have some of those hopefully coming up, and maybe possibly do some giveaways when I can get a hold of those. We'll see. But you know, I agree. Buffalo Trace for me is I have highlights in that line, and then some of the things I know I'm never going to get often. So like it's great, but I'm more of a turkey guy, but that's no secret. I mean, you can see the tube right over my head here, and then there's another one over there. There's an old Dusty back here, and I just think they're doing nice things. And my problem with turkey is the experience right now because they're tearing everything up there. You can't actually go on campus and do too much.
Yeah,
really. So
I really just want to like experience the facility. Like,
I'd love to go. I know they still do tours. Don't get me wrong.
no, they do. It's just you want to experience it when you enjoy something so well, and it's kind of hard. So told Nathan that I definitely want, like, when we go up the next time, I'd like to get to some of the big guys. Like, we haven't really, like, I haven't been to on the trail. I haven't been to like the big houses. So like, I haven't been to Buffalo Trace. I haven't been to Woodford
Beam.
So yeah. I'd like to get to some of the big guys.
Yeah, I'm with you, Aiden. So it's tough
Cinco de Mayo
down here because what up, Ty? We'll get to in a second. You know, we are seeing Buffalo Trace on the shelf a little more down here, and it's nice because it is a nice mixer when you can afford to have it as a mixer and not have to feel like it's coveted. So yeah, I get you though. Caves out of Naples had a buddy food. Nice. Hey, what up, Ty? Cinco de Myers. Yeah, well, you know, we didn't go too festive. I think we got between us, we have sort of what looks somewhat the colors of a Mexican flag. Not really.
He had the blue back on the lights, and I was like, "Can you like at least
green
like
on it?
Can you do green or yellow or something?"
Right. I don't know. We got to plan better next time. Definitely. Don't get me wrong. Got the cork. A little bit of respect. Put some respect on its name, Aiden. Come on.
I thought about going and getting you some sombreros.
I'll say that again. Yeah.
Getting some sombreros.
You know, it's funny. Like I saw our old vet had they were putting sombreros on dogs today, and some of them did not look happy about it.
No.
If you got me a sombrero, guess what? Wouldn't have looked happy about it.
You wouldn't have cared.
Maybe.
You did the Santa hat with no problem.
Huh. So I use StreamYard just like everybody else. Aiden, let me see if I just threw up. I mean, we're delayed, so you're gonna see this in a few seconds. I also see a bit of a lag, so we might be lagging right now too. As I'm watching, I'm trying not to look down, and for whatever reason, I'm soft focus. So, Dos Equis, taking a break from whiskey for a while.
It probably will help.
Yeah, that definitely will. Ty, you are the most interesting man in the world. I don't know if I ever told you that. So, no worries, man. Good. We'll see you in a few minutes, Aiden. Yeah, my problem with beer is lagers and stuff, not so bad. I can't go back and have more than 4 or 5 ounces of a stout or anything anymore. So, I don't know. You're just drinking a Dos Equis. So I just thought I'd say you're the most interesting man in the world. If you're not, it's fine. It's fine. you have no idea.
I had something in my head, but I was like, I don't know if that's right, so I'm just not going to say it. So I just stared at you instead. So
that does carry a lot more wood than I thought it would.
Yeah. That's been happening in my head a lot. So I just like this noggin can't grasp things a lot lately.
Gotcha. I don't know, Aiden. That's weird. So the only thing I'll tell you is that I bet it is integration with StreamYard, not you, because Ty's on Facebook and you're on YouTube.
Oh, probably.
So it's probably integration side. To be honest with you, and I can't do anything about that, unfortunately. It sucks. It does make for a bad experience though, because like you're hearing us say stuff to people and you're like, what the hell? You know, so it is what it is. So All right, we'll see if that clears up. I don't think I can do anything here. No, that just lets me see one or the other. Jack 12. I did get to try a pour of it. Appreciate it. At Evergreen Liquor in Louisville. $15 for an ounce, so little pricey, not bad, but you're getting a chance to try stuff like that, so I don't ever mind that. Enjoyed it. Thought the oak profile was coming through more so to a point where I thought that it took away a little bit from that classic Jack Banana, but didn't bother me one bit. Thought at 107 proof was about the right proof for that. We'll get back to that in one second. And I probably just not sure I'd have been unhappy if I'd have paid retail for a bottle, but I would have liked the second go back at it. It didn't strike me as amazing. It didn't strike me as terrible. But at the price point for a 107 proof 12-year product, I'd probably rather have the Evan Williams 12, as bad as that sounds. I don't know. But that's also a love affair bottle for me.
Yeah,
you know that,
but you haven't tried. You didn't get to try the 10.
No, I didn't get to try 10. I didn't have a 10. Ronnie Modelo. All right. Look, we're gonna get to tequila next. So we got to throw this one 3 drinks down first.
Drinks down.
You remembered your buttons?
I did remember the buttons this time. So what'd you think, Aiden? What'd you think of the 12? I say that, and if I were to throw a rating out there, because I don't do ratings typically. We started out down that path a long time ago and we ditched it really quickly. I'd go out of 10 compared to 12-year products. I'm kind of a Dave Portnoy ice figure skating pizza review score. If I did, I go like 8-1. Seek it out, but don't go way out of your way for it. There should be a thing stamped up there, shouldn't there? 8-1. Doom. Anyway, yeah.
I don't think I could do that live.
No, I can't. But yeah, I don't think it was. Again, just for a 12-year product, I was very impressed. In fact, so Whiskey Weekend with Will and Grease, everybody knows the rules. The distiller came in and actually talked to us at the little thing we did at Jack Daniel's. And he said they're trying to get back to, because at one point in Jack Daniel's history, Jack Daniel's himself had 10-year, 12-year, 18-year, and 21-year. They're hoping the barrels they have set back for the 18 and 21-year hold up well enough they can do that. So you are going to see a continuation of this age series on that too. So pretty cool. ACBP, I did see that. And if Heaven Hill is doing that to keep the price point where it's at, it's brilliant in my opinion. I don't mind it. If they start jacking the price point up despite giving me younger whiskey, I've got a problem with it. That said, Elijah Craig Barrel Proof, you see them on the shelf for that $70-ish, $80-ish, you're probably going to buy it, right? Most people, if you like that. I've been into the Larcenies lately more than the Barrel Proof. So Larceny Barrel Proofs, I should say. Yep, everybody knows the rules. Everybody knows the rules. I don't know. If I ever did a scoring system, I think I would do it like El Prez style. Not to just rip directly off them, but there's hardly any original ideas out there.
Yeah. And
other shit's just way too confusing, to be honest with you, if you try to do like... I love how Jason C. and Master Drum does like a whole criteria list, but it's like, hey, I got to get to like 14 minutes of video to see that. And don't get me wrong, he does a wonderful job. I love his production value. I love all that crap, but I'm a nerd like that though. So I know not everybody is, but yeah, I don't know. I'll probably continue to buy the ECBPs. The bigger thing for me is I want them to, do that, but then give us a hazmat one or something here, Yeah, I can see that. I can absolutely understand that. So the next Elijah Craig Barrel Proof, they've all been 12-year age stated. And so what's happening is the next one, the B523, it's coming out in May this month, is going to be an 11-year product technically, because the youngest barrel is 11 years, 6 months. They got the label updates and everything to do that. 124 proof. So again, trending downward, back downward on the proof. And people are just kind of like Aiden, they're a little conflicted because it's always been a 12-year product. You knew it was a 12-year product, right? And so coming off the conversation, like you can see, like Aiden's really stacked this really well, whether they meant to or not. Like Jack Daniel's 12 versus Elijah Craig 12. I mean, one is a barrel proof versus a 107 product, but you're comparing 12 years, right? So there's some value conversation to have there.
Right.
And now you can't quite do that.
Because it'll be 11 years, right?
Hard to say.
Okay.
You know, in fact, they even alluded to the fact that in theory, you know, if they want to put out a 13-year version, they could. Now, I really doubt you get an older one. You're almost always going to get younger, unfortunately. We'll see. They also, I kind of skimmed over this part. They also talked about batch size, I think, too, potentially. So, I'm Ronnie, you're too sweet. I'm glad you're back. I know you were away for a while, so thanks for coming back and hanging out with us. Yeah, absolutely. Oh, by the way, talk to Nelson. I talked to Nelson. Let me be clear and actually communicate really well. I still have a hat for you. So when we get a chance to see him or you, we get you a hat. So yeah, I don't know. I think I see a lot of producers having to do this too. So yeah, all the way back to 2018. So I'm good that you can't see it's over. Gosh, I'm terrible at this. It's over this shoulder right here. Anyway, whatever. I'm terrible at it. I'm back to 2019, I think. So yeah, I'm good too. But a lot of people really kind of crapped on the ones in 21. We appreciate you too. But I really kind of started to enjoy the 21 series the more I went back into it. So I don't know. It'd be fun to do. We'll have to maybe do a little Elijah Craig night one night. I know a lot of people love them. How'd you feel about Toasted?
I like the Toasted.
Yeah, I know you like Toasted.
Yeah.
Definitely have to get into Toasted too. Like, because I have that Michter's Toasted. We have that Yellowstone Toasted, which I adore that Yellowstone Toasted. So
maybe we should do it like we
agree. C920
talked about. Kind of do a mythical morning or whatever.
Oh, we could. That's not a bad idea. Not a bad idea. Yeah, C921 was my jam, but I did like the B batch as well. A lot of people pan the B batch a lot. Yeah, I mean, you're right. Like there were just some bangers that were up in proof and people want to have their faces burned off. And I kind of understand that. I kind of don't. Like there's a time and a place for me where this one's a proof hound. So like she's just not gonna listen to me, but like there's a time and a place for me where I want something 130 plus, you know, like it's not often. It's not even a hug value or anything. It's just there's a certain point for me where I only have one of those a night because I want to be able to taste anything else I try to taste after that. But your mileage will vary. We all know that. This one, Coy Hill at the bar, we get the last 2 ounces out of the bottle. I think it was the last 2 ounces of the bottle. And I'm sitting there chatting with friends, and I got her in front of me, and I'm facing this way chatting with friends. I look down, and there's only one little drink left in it. She's like, "What? It was excellent." The 141.3 proof Coy Hill. She's just down it.
You told me I could try it. I really enjoyed it.
I can tell.
But don't ever tell him that something else tastes like it, because you'll be wrong.
Stop it. Stop reliving that moment. Come on, we're not living in that moment. This is really starting to open. BP.
I still get cherry and then just a lot of wood.
I wanted more caramel because the note has some nice caramel on it too. So
I was getting like burnt, like caramelized.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, caramel.
Like the 12 more than Coy Hill. We had 2 Coy Hill experiences. We had the bottle I mentioned just a second ago that we killed was at the bar, and we got the first pour off of it as well the week or so before. And I did not like it at all. Talk about a bottle that really opened up with oxygen, or however you believe that goes. I mean, everybody says it differently, but yeah, I don't know where I'd put the 12 in comparison to that. I hadn't thought about it. I know you haven't had a 12, so it'd be hard for you to say, but
nope. Every time I ask you if we should go get a bottle, you say no. So
I didn't want to. Yeah. Yes, a million times. That is what I think that Chris Fletcher and her name's Lexi, I believe, his assistant. The assistant distiller there. Lexi. It's female, but that's what they're doing is they're just really stepping out in these stocks now that they've had them. And I also feel like they're reaching out to the rest of the Brown-Forman brand and possibly looking to see what's going on with those type of things and really experimenting. Jack Daniels has just been seen as old number 7 for Lexi Phillips. Good call. Thank you. I'm terrible with names. The fact that I actually had it right, just didn't have the last name, is kind of impressive, actually, really honest with you. But they're doing some amazing things. And people look at Jack Daniels, that old number 7 brand. And yeah, there's certainly that for most of the United States and the rest of the world. They really are that. Travel exclusives and things like that, be damned, right? But I was super impressed, and I think we're going to see sort of a renaissance from them in a way. Like,
I would go back in a heartbeat.
It was a beautiful property.
Beautiful property. They are putting out good. Like, I mean, like you said, old number 7 is just like it's a staple. And
so it brings us back to the question you asked me: what I hang on a bar if I was open a sports bar, local kind of
like
sports
a local
bar
place
with a light bourbon focus.
With so local to us, there's a new sports bar, and kind of we were looking up on the bar, and I was like, oh, is there really anything, like, is there a good pour up there? I mean, they have some decent stuff, but they obviously have old number 7.
Yeah.
And then I don't even think they have Buffalo.
Elijah Craig small batch. They didn't have Buffalo Trace unless they got somewhere holding it back, which is possible as a new bar. You sometimes get those things and don't put them out there. Yeah, I get what you're saying there on that. Like, they really are playing, I hate to say playing both sides, but it really is. I mean, your old number 7 consumer is the likelihood of them transitioning into something besides Gentleman Jack, and then the likelihood of them transitioning anywhere else from there, besides like maybe Sinatra or something, pretty low. But your more non-number 7 consumer, yeah, we're all about that. Give me the barrel proof rye, give me all that junk. So I would 100% agree with that. But you were saying what they had at the bar. And we didn't see Buffalo Trace.
We did not see Buffalo Trace,
Right.
but they had old number 7. They had a Russell's 10-year.
Which is pretty standard. I'm not sure I mean, I know why they have it. They have it because they can get it. And it is at a good price point. So that's another thing.
Yeah.
Their price points on their pours are good.
They're decent.
For our area, they're good.
Yeah.
They
had Bullet. They have
Bullet's a standard. The odds are just gonna.
We couldn't tell if it was a double barrel Woodford.
It was definitely double barrel.
Okay.
Yeah.
So they have Woodford or double oak. Yeah.
Yeah.
And
I don't know. But going back to your point, I think like you got to have Jack if you're a neighborhood sports bar, just because, especially here in Palmetto, Florida. So Palmetto, Florida is a interesting community. We are jammed between St. Pete, Bradenton, Sarasota, but still really a farm community to a large extent that's growing up and building like 10,000 houses in the next 2 years. So it's a weird transitioning community. But you can imagine still enough Florida grown folks around here that you got to have Jack. You got to have Jack or Jim.
But so I would say, me personally, if we were opening something, I would want like Old Forester behind the bar. Like,
it's not. It's just. Yeah, I don't honestly know all the particulars of the boycott. I mean, honestly, Dayton, I don't care about the politics side. I'll talk about that too, because at the end of the day, I respect your opinion, not just you. I'm not singling you out. I respect people's opinions. It's when you attack me and infringe upon my freedoms. That's when I give a shit. Because I'm not gonna do that to you or anyone else. But like, I get it. I get people are, they're passionate about whatever they're passionate about. I don't know. I see the world very differently than a lot of people. I was raised in a military family, lived a lot of my life in different places, and got along with a lot of different people. I'm tolerant of way more than most people. Honestly, I don't give a shit. I don't give a shit if you're the neighbor next door that's the gay couple and has the, Labradoodle or whatever. As long as you're good to me and I'm good to you, that's all that matters to me. I don't give a shit if you're the dude next door that probably is a hate monger and has 7,000 guns. As long as you don't go shoot people with those 7,000 guns, I don't give a shit. So dude, you are totally, I think we're a lot the same in that respect. I'm just more like, listen, whatever you have behind your closed door in your house, that's your business, so there you go, buddy. I agree. At the end of the day, I come back to that too. Like, listen, and if you have no room for love in your heart, then we're just not a match. We'll move on. We'll agree to disagree. you know, like, so I can't say that better, to be honest with you. It is weird living in Florida. Like, you know, there are definitely some, you know, people that are very strongly not feeling that way. I mean, you can see it. And we have liberal pockets here in Florida, you know, like St. Pete is a liberal city. And it's such a weird thing because I drive 15 minutes north and I am in a liberal city. And where I'm at right now, there are right-leaning flags of certain people, Trump flags, we'll just say it out loud, all over. Is what it is. You know? So I agree. We have friends from all sorts of sides. I can't tell you how it's.
And I will just be out front and honest and just tell you I don't pay attention to any of it. So
she doesn't give a shit. She just likes people. If you're good people.
I was gonna say I don't read about it. I don't listen to it. So if you want to talk politics, I am not your girl.
Well, you peek your ear up, but you're kind of like, that's fucked up. Like, why are you gonna be that way?
Yeah, I mean, but so. I'm just one of those that just love is love, and I want to love everybody. So I mean, yeah.
You're all over it for me. Like, I'll even take it a step further and say, like, you know, I also respect if you want to isolate yourself with people, and as long as it doesn't infringe on anyone else, that's fine too. I'd prefer you be inclusive and come hang out. But listen, if you want to isolate and be with people that are of like mindset and only do that, and you're not harming anyone else, go for it.
Have fun.
Go for it. You know, because at the beginning of the day, we've always humans have been tribal, period. I mean, it is what it is. I'm not calling out like individuals saying we should be, but it is what it is. Now we're getting all philosophical and all that, but I don't mind it. It's just, it's a funny thing because people don't see it that way. They see it as,
we've gone from the horse race to the Guardians movie to politics.
Dude,
now.
We have range.
We do.
We did NFL draft, WWE last week. And
2 weeks, 3 weeks.
Yeah, whenever it was. I don't know. I lost track. I agree with you, Aiden. So. Yeah.
Please don't be a dick.
Yeah. You know, you can even express how you feel to me and be a dick. Just don't infringe on anyone else. No, dude, you guys are fine. Aiden, you're fine, man. We don't, you know, a lot of times we don't get into it because nobody brings it up. But we're here to chat about what we want to chat about. I don't care. And I'm with you on that point. Like, you feel how you feel. I mean, trust me, I know I have people I know in Ohio that feel certain ways from whatever, and that's fine. I support them. But at the same time, I don't support them if they reacted on it. That'd be a whole different topic.
Yeah.
So, wild stuff.
Okay, back to your 8.
Back to my 8? Oh, okay. Jim or Jack. Okay. I don't know which. I'm gonna have something like a Bullet, and this is why I agree with it. So Bullet, the reason why it's pushed so hard, and Diageo, it's bell cow, is because it is actually a pretty daggone good mixer.
It is.
And not for their single barrel stuff that we have, like the 10 and 12 year single barrel stuff. Like, that's a whole different ballgame that was made at Four Roses facility and all that, right? So that's 2. So Jack, Bullet.
You said a Beam.
No, I don't think I necessarily go Beam. I don't know what I do. I probably.
Hi, friend.
Hi, Megan.
He went there.
What? Yeah, I did, because she said I could. So get over it. Oh, gosh. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I agree. Despite other things doing it really well, Bullet, and they're giving it to you at a price point too. That's the biggest thing. So only Nate. See? Right? Jack, Bullet. I probably go Elijah Craig small batch because it is going to serve your bourbon nerds if you don't get anything else allocated. They're going to be okay with that.
What'd you say? I'm sorry.
Elijah Craig small batch.
Okay.
So I think this is where I'm telling you. I think the Grayson has done some nice things with some of the things they put out. I would probably then look to push my distributor and see. I think you unfortunately have to have Woodford Double Oaked or Woodford Reserve.
I was gonna say you need a Woodford.
You unfortunately have to.
I feel like if they could get like a Wild Turkey 101.
I was going there. That's where I was gonna go. 101 would be the one that I would say, hey, I saw maybe before you liked Elijah Craig Small Batch, you liking this too.
Right.
If left to my own devices, I would say Wild Turkey 101 and Rare Breed, but that's taking up one spot on your bar you need if you're only giving me 8. Now you got me looking at the collection back here.
You gotta look at them bottom shelf.
Oh, they had Knob Creek 9.
Oh, they did.
Yeah. No, it's not, Megan. You know how. You've been bartender before. That was not English. I don't know what that was.
You've been bartender.
Yeah. It really is. And that's the point when you have these neighborhood type bars. I'm struggling because I want to put things that I would want to drink, but you have to get out of that mindset when you're doing that, right? Because you're giving me 8 and I tell you that I can have if you give me 8, I would tell you like one would be some sort of barrel pick that I went and did myself.
Well, that would be fun. If you
but that's Fantasyland. That's not real life. I was gonna say,
yeah. So I don't know. I think if you could get it, I feel like having 4 roses on your shelf is typically like people know that. So I
small
don't
batch, maybe.
I don't want it on there, but I mean, I feel like
let's go back earlier because I think one thing that Aiden hit on for sure is maybe having you're gonna go watch a show with Heather.
What show? What's better than us?
Tell Heather we said hello. I would probably have one of the Jack Daniel's single barrels and not the fancy ones with the hangers over here like they have.
Okay.
They make them like the ones you get. Yeah, I think we're saying bourbon here necessarily, but you're right. They definitely do have some of your basics on those scotches too. I'd go with like one of the mid 90 or low 100 proofs. Well, they're mostly mid to upper 90s single barrel Jack because I think it'd be a way for me to sell people on saying, let's try something a little different for you. If I had a regular customer that came in and ordered Jack every time. A little bit of upsell. No, you're right, Aiden. It's like they have whatever flavor of the week scotches, and some of them even keep an Irish up there just because.
But I guess maybe it's regional as well. Kind of what you can't, like what the bar couldn't get.
I think most of the things we talk about have a huge national reach.
Okay.
I would have to have a rye of some sort, and that's where it gets really challenging. Because that is where it starts to get to be a little flavor preference.
Yeah.
Like the bourbon's definitely a flavor preference, don't get me wrong. But like the rye really kind of gets a little divisive almost. So I'd have to think that one.
I'm excited to see, like, again, I think they have a decent basic lineup right now. And if they're able to get more once they realize that they kind of have a little bit of bourbon drinkers in the area, maybe they'll start to get a little more.
I mean, they've been flying through the Elijah Craig barrel proof or Elijah Craig small batch, excuse me. Yeah, makers crossed my mind when I kind of looked over my shoulder here. I don't know how polarizing or not makers would be. Like, you'll go to places and you'll see them pushing it, and you go to places and you see what you think is the same bottle every time you go in there. And so I feel like it's probably safer bet to go Bullet because I think more people recognize it because it's more socially pushed on things, people that watch dumb shit like Bar Rescue and all that. Diageo pays money to advertise it. So people are familiar with it.
Like, you think of people know Angel's Envy. I mean, I won't say that it's because I think they do have Angel's Envy up there.
They do have Angel's Envy, which I feel bad for them for that, but that's just me. I feel like I got hoodwinked on that one. But, it is a cool looking bottle. I'd imagine they probably get it for $62, $63 a bottle, which means they can hang, doing quick math in my head, what, $12, $13 a pour on it, make a nice markup? I mean, sure. And it'll move, especially if they do have some people that want to think they want to move into the more craftier and or non-mainstream bourbon side. All right. Are we ready to do this?
But definitely, if you have a new local place in your area, guys, go check it out. And if you're in local to us, go check out the Grayson. Their food is spot on.
Look at that. That's funny. That's hilarious, actually. I couldn't have said it better. You said it way better, but I could have. Angel's Envy is a fancy whiskey of golf dads who think they know a high. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's my point. And a bar like local bar here is probably getting it through the distributor for like 60, 62 bucks instead of us going out and paying 80. So again, they can afford to hang a $13 price tag on a pour and clear $2.20 a bottle and be happy, rough math, of course. All right, Campo Veda tequila. This bottle was gifted to me by Chad Wiltz, and it is an extra añejo tequila. This is how we're gonna possibly in the evening, maybe, I don't know. We have to be a little bit, Cinco de Myers.
De Myers.
I'll pour you first, dear. Are you ready?
Just a little.
Just a little.
That's good.
All right. This is one of the most interesting extra añejo tequilas I've had. I am into tequilas to the point where I am intrigued by most of them, and I really was into extra añejo because I thought I would love the extra age on it, with what most of them are doing. What I found is I dig a lot of these blancos nowadays that are sippers, just the plain white tequilas.
Yeah, you like a mezcal too.
I do like a good mezcal. So, cheers, everyone! Happy Cinco de Mayo.
Happy Cinco de Myers.
De Myers.
This is really
Floral.
dusty.
Dusty floral.
Like it smells old.
I understand extra añejo means 4 or more years. Tequila, my memory is terrible with, because añejo is 2. So extra añejo is 4, I believe. And this would not have been something that had time to have really extra crazy aging on it.
Is there a proof?
Yes, this is, we should tell the good people, 40 proof. So 80 proof, 40%. So this is watered down quite a bit. But the tequila is not going to go into aging at a huge proof either. It's like a rum. They're going to keep that low.
The spirit of sharing.
The spirit of sharing. So this one I actually get a smoky note off of. And so the only thing I know about tequila besides like just what it is and how it's made is that there's a lot of regionality, whatnot, and there is a lot of philosophical differences about when to pull the plant to actually harvest it. These people tend to pull it very late in the process, which lends it to being a little earthier and smokier. That's why you're getting that. So Total Wine near us, recommend Don Roberto. Still Blanco, 100% proof. I appreciate that, man. I'm telling you right now, like I do see where the American Spirits purchaser is going to pivot slightly to rum and tequila, but I'm not one that thinks the runway on bourbon is closing yet. I have some friends that do think that. I think we're still 5 to 7 years away from it being a reality, which is going to be great for all of us because some of those things that we can't get now are going to sit on shelves. But where I do love are things like this, where you're telling me, so Alembic, still Blanco. I'll remember that because it says ale, which is like beer. And lambic, ale lambic. Just remember that. There we go. Thank you, Aiden. I appreciate that. I'll look that up. In fact, like I'm even like to the point now where when we go out and we get old fashioned or something, I look for an alternate liquor in the old fashioned, just to kind of mix it up. I had a tequila one there and that was delicious. So
tequila usually throws me off, so I'm kind of like I'm anxious to like drink it.
Enjoyable. Really enjoyable. I won't say what I think, but that's what I suspected. And when you go to their website, they're obviously you're dealing with probably many entities that are a little less than transparent.
That's really sweet.
It's very sweet. Almost sugary sweet.
Kind of
sweet and low.
Like medicine sweet.
Get low.
But it's good.
Try a rum old fashioned. Yeah, chocolate rum old fashioned. So good. So speaking of that, Ty, so like one of the things that we thoroughly enjoy and I highly recommend. So I recommend the Old Forester tour, but do not leave the Old Forester gift shop without their old fashioned bitters.
They're amazing.
They make some really, really good ones, and they're in a tincture dropper. So it's like you don't have to shake them in, is what it is. But they make chocolate bitters and they make a cinnamon something bitter. And
a cherry one.
And a salted something as well. They are delicious.
They have like an actual like little kit that you like. It's like 4 or 5 of them. I think they might even be seasonal. Like they throw a seasonal one in there, but they're so stinking good.
Good to know. Thank you, Aiden. This is amazing. Like I freaking love it. Like I know Ty probably knows a ton too. Ty probably his ear perked up when you said Total Wine because I think that's in Ty's past at one point.
He used to be, yeah.
Yeah. So actually, we met him, I think, initially. Yeah. So it's kind of funny, full circle. But I don't get too terribly worried about some of these additives from the Mexican producers. Although I know they can still be bad for you. Don't get me wrong, or still be causing a lot of flavors you shouldn't get. It's the smaller producers that are starting to put out this product that you're seeing. Extra Añejo 678 finished in a bourbon barrel for 1 or 2 years. And you're like, okay, why did you have that sitting around so long? And I realize if you're like a country that didn't quite have that, then or a distribution arm, or it wasn't popular, that's a whole different thing. But so Aiden, if you can't see this, our buddy Ty that's commenting, he used to be at Total Wine. He just said, anytime you hear Total Wine, I cringe anymore. Rather shop local for bourbon. TW is good for craft beer or find something unique. Ty, I think Aiden's point on the tequila though is spot on. Like we're lucky that we have some local places, that are doing picks and things like that. And Southwest Florida bourbon, or Southwest Florida tequila, and Southwest Florida Rum Society. We have access to the Caribbean a little better than some people in the country, and that is nice. But yeah, no, Total Wine's a fun to stop in for the bourbon stuff every now and then. Some of the stuff that I realized I passed on in the last 18 months, even, I'm just like, what the hell was I doing? So Total Wine gets a bad rap as long as you get somebody who knows stuff. Well, that's Ty left. So you're right. You're 100% right on that, Aiden. Ty, well, first off, it was Taylor back in the day. And Ty knows Taylor P. I won't say his last name. And then we knew somebody else there too. I can't remember their name. But Ty was there. You're on it. And I think that's like, we lose people like Ty away from Total Wine because either they have ambitions to do other things, or Total Wine runs them off because of some shit practices. But it serves a purpose. Listen, at this point in my life, I would love to have a Total Wine at our exit because we are liquor store dry in our area, despite being 18 minutes outside of downtown. See, company ran me off because of shit practices. And that sucks. JJ Taylor. I'm going to screen cap that and just post that for you, Ty, that you love JJ Taylor. JJ is good. I've heard very good things about JJ overall. I do know, obviously, they're a business in the day, and so they have to make decisions for things. But, that's anywhere. I work for a company that has to make decisions, too. Here comes the promo. A lot of jobbers, trust me, I get people crap on them. Yeah, here comes the promo. JJ Taylor out of Minnesota. Would love for you to come be a representative in their craft beer category. Hit me up. I'll do voiceovers. It's fine. What do you think?
It's really sweet. Like, yeah, it actually tastes like a margarita without all the shit.
I can see that. I don't get as much smokiness, and there was a weird thing the first time I tried it when Chad had just given me the bottle that night, where it was almost like a smoked meat. Oh shit, were they sold a Breakthrough? Oh damn. Breakthrough owning the world. Nope, Aiden, sorry, false alarm. JJ Taylor was a Minnesota company, now Breakthrough owns them. So yeah, I recall that. We Ty, we probably have a mutual friend that is a VP at a local distillery and brewery that you probably know. He comes on here and comments every now and then. So, and he was a JJ Taylor guy way back in the day. So, which how we got to know a little bit more about it. And then he obviously took a different path and whatnot. But I love it, man. The whole industry is.
She should be in bed. Sophia, go to bed.
Where? What? Are you getting texts?
I did.
Oh,
it's the only way. It's our date night.
Hi, Sophia. We're saying hi to our friend daughter, who is not drinking age for sure. So you'll be all right. Florida's a lucrative enough business. We drink enough. We drink enough of the booze here in Florida. You're gonna be fine, man. Don't worry about that. I think the real challenge though is and you're on beer side, right? No. Yeah, you are. The real challenge is just craft beer shelf space right now in general. I mean, it's shit. You know that. You're on the distributor side. So we hear, I mean, you might know, we'll talk offline. I don't want to throw other names out there. But yeah, I know some others that work for like some of the other companies, and they're just saying you have your end states that if you feel like you have to take care of from a craft beer perspective, and then you have your out of states that are trying to shove beer into your market, and you just have nowhere to fit it. So you're right about that. Availability is the best ability, right? And so if you've got it at the right price and have it all the time, I totally agree with that, man. You're gonna find me in Total Wine a couple times a month just perusing around. And for their main sake for wine.
But that, and it's also good for, when you need to get like cases of stuff, you know what I mean? Like I don't feel like they price gouge for that.
Some, but not a lot.
Yeah, like if you're going to get crap beer, or you know what I mean, like pool beer, like beach beer, like that kind of stuff. Like I'd rather go there, but
I don't even know anymore, Ty. I trust you that the amount of vendors for beer and wine is just insane. I saw something in one of the Florida groups here where the first time I'd ever seen a rep or a sales rep doing a Dickel demo in a liquor store, and I'm like, that's different. I've never seen a Dickel demo, and
that just sounds.
But doesn't surprise me. It kind of does if you think weird about it. Sure, a Dickel demo. But yeah, I don't know. We live in such a crazy state. Like, I don't know, Minnesota. I gotta get up there. I think it's one of the states I've never been to.
Didn't we go there for a reunion?
No. Oh. Line of the Night, Aiden. 3-tier system is really rough in the modern age. I was saying earlier, we got to figure out. I brought it up and kind of said it under my breath to Sarah. I said, we got to figure out direct consumer, at least in this country, and get that passed. But more so, find a way that distributors can serve a purpose. And so, Ty, close your ears because you're going to hate hearing this. But they should serve the purpose for brand extensions for people to grow their business, not be the only way they can grow their business. Back in Ohio, they have self-distribution for contiguous counties for craft beer. And I know this because I know some brewers up there. It might have changed in the last couple of years. I haven't kept up with it. But once you stepped out of your contiguous counties, you had to go through a distributor. And I'm sitting here saying that's a fair middle ground, but still doesn't go all the way I think we need to be. So I could see that. Yeah, I think the role of the distributor should still exist. I mean, if I'm local craft beer guy, and I start to sell out my own market, and you're not going to hang a ton of taps in your immediate vicinity. They could help you in your near metro market, and then they could help you extend to your region. If you're reaching out to national brands, that's a whole different topic. We're not talking about anything like that. You need distribution network, and you're not going to be able to build it yourself. Spirit's a little different probably versus craft beer, but yeah, I could only imagine, take someone like Spirits of French Lick, right, in Indiana. They have a lot of the success they have because of the direct consumer market they have through Sealbox and Bourbon Outfitters and some of these other guys. Say what you will about how some of these people are going about their business. That's probably not helping with this whole situation either, unfortunately. So these people that are doing Sealbox and Bourbon Outfitters are starting to be viewed, and maybe rightfully so, as not being scrupulous in their business practices. So I don't know. That is a great sit down, have a few pours, and do a 2-hour podcast on, just pure podcast. I'll tell you this right now. I am slightly jealous. I don't know if you guys watch Bruzel ever. I know however you feel about TJ, it is what it is. I like him, but most shop stores in my relationship before I worked on liquor, in my opinion, that stuff that comes. Agree. Relationships are everything. Love is love. You said it earlier, right? Show that liquor store some love. Eventually, they're going to show you some love. But I used to watch how Alabama did their allocation, and I enjoyed it. I personally, at this point in my life, and I know everybody's different, would love to know that on a Saturday, this liquor store is having a drop. And if you want to go get in line at 3 or 4 a.m. and you're one of the first in line, you're getting good bottles. Right?
I'm done sleeping on the street.
That's fair. That's fair.
That doesn't sound right.
That's
did
fair.
not.
Aiden, I'm not asking you to. I get it. He's taking a different approach to how the YouTube channel is being built. But he's got a model, right? So
What?
a good thing on steel and bourbon outfielders. Osner's good for beer. Tavor's fun. The price. Osner is falling slightly out of favor, actually, a little bit, is what I've noticed. By the way,
I guess I should go back and say we never slept. Well, we've never had to sleep on the streets.
All right, Aiden, we'll leave it at that. He's a good man.
We used to stay in line for like beer and like sleep in chairs on the streets.
Aiden, were you ever into craft beer? And I don't think I've ever asked you that yet. So if I have, I apologize. If you were and you're familiar with some of the other stuff, like here in Tampa, Cycle, one of the breweries that got a lot of fame, number 2 brewery in the world at one point. We would go there for their BA day, their barrel aged day tickets and sleep overnight.
And sleep overnight. It was like I felt like
in downtown St. Pete. So you're basically,
But it took me back to when we would like stay out for concert tickets. So I mean, it was fine, but I don't.
UK living back in the house. Happy Cinco de Mayo, dude. It's been forever. We wondered where you were. Hey, folks, we have our overseas contingency is here. It is looking at the time. It is about 3 a.m., approaching 3 a.m. there. I'm sure UK Living has just left the pub.
Well, no, because it was 10:30 last time he was on.
No, it was our time, 10:30.
Yeah, that's
they're 5 hours ahead. And we are crazy Americans for just sitting here and drinking and talking about it. I love it. That's not a slam whatsoever. So, yeah, we're just talking a little bit about craft beer. I understand, hey, UK Living, I understand craft beer in UK right now is taking a beating because of energy costs. I was told that by a friend recently. And, but yeah, let's go. What are you drinking on UK Living? In fact, I was told that like a lot of them they use gas-fired steam kettles and natural gas. Their natural gas prices have gone up almost 4-fold in some cases.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And so it's causing craft beer over there to kind of hit a really big wall.
I think it was you or Scylla, or were you with Joe, the UK Living night? I think
that was Joe. Joe was here.
I think.
Yeah, this is my wife, Sarah. UK Living. This is my wife, Sarah. Joe was here that night.
Yeah, I was going to say, I definitely think
And we're still drinking. We got tequila in our glass right now. So
you were drinking. I have nothing.
Well, you want more? What do you need? There's a whole bottle of that shelf back there.
There's a whole bottle?
There's a whole bottle shelf. You know that. So $2.50. See? Yep. I know my time conversions. Just left the pub and got home. Great to see you both. Craft beers taking a nosedive, like you said about the energy bills. 12% inflation. Oh, brother, I'm so sorry. Oh man, it's coming. It's here for everybody. We kind of went fringe politics earlier, fringe economics. Man, we're holding up interest rates here in the United States, so we're going to see that for us too. It's not going to cause stagflation, what they're trying to avoid. And we're getting nerdy now, so let's stay away from that. But anyway, I know this craft German restaurant in Ruskin Sensei has excellent selections of great food. I'm down for that. I'm just as happy grabbing a nice German lager or something. Doesn't bother me one bit. But UK Living, I'm so glad. Good to see you again. I hope everything else is well. I know Coronation this weekend. I know a lot of Brits are like, I don't give a fuck, man. Whatever, it's fine. There are some that do care. But so hope if you're having anything at your home or you're going to just drink just because it's Coronation.
I was gonna say it would be what, like 6 a.m. here for us to get up.
I didn't even look at the calendar. I don't know, but please enjoy Coronation weekend as you see fit. Of course, there'd be no other way to do that, right? So. She's just wondering what she wants back here. Yeah, well, we'll be watching horses run around in a circle. That's what we do. And drink mint juleps. So it'll be fun, though.
If we're here.
Where are we going to be?
I don't know.
Are we going to get up in the morning and drive to Savannah?
Maybe.
Look who's here. Hi.
Hi.
Oh.
You saw the back of my head. I'm trying to find something to drink.
Just trying to find something to drink. Do you have anything in your glass, UK Living? Aiden, have you poured anything new?
Or neighbor Andy, what is in your glass?
Oh, very nice. Cheers. Bamboo cream rum. You told us about this last time. I recall this now. I wasn't that tipsy, see?
I don't know. You guys are pretty
Yeah.
tasty.
Sam Smith beers. Yeah. Listen, that was one of my gateways. Not my original gateway. One of my gateways into craft beer was the chocolate stout. Loved it. And obviously, just a staple. Great Lakes Oktoberfest was my actual gateway craft beer. But yeah, that's funny. Yeah, I get you. So I think I've shared with you at my employer, my boss. Well, she's actually gotten her American citizenship now. I think I can say that. I don't think I'll get in trouble for that. But if I do, I do. I guess we'll see. But she's same way. She's like, yeah, great coronation. Okay, yep, great. I'm still gonna do what I do this weekend. So,
are these store picks?
No store picks on this side.
These rare breeds?
That's not a store pick. That's just regular.
Can I open it?
Yeah, go for it. Rare breed.
Oh, is that the one AJ got us?
Yeah. Shinerbach for you? Yes, it is. Shinerbach. I can't tell you the last time I had a Shinerbach. Oh my gosh. Holy crap.
I feel like I need to have a margarita or something.
Yeah.
After you gave me tequila.
Yeah. Isn't that the weirdest thing? Like, not just for the rum or for, we talked about tequila additives and all that, the rum, but yes, but why is the rum gone? Just transparency as a whole, right? Not asshole. I didn't call anyone an asshole. I said as a whole. Lacking. But if it tastes great, most people don't care, right? That's the reality. Tastes great, less filling. That's how the old commercial went. Shit, I'm showing my age now. That's great. What are you doing?
I was trying to not make this.
That's fine.
You're trying to not make this noisy over here.
Bamboo. All right. I'm on a mission for bamboo, and I'm on a mission for some tequila this weekend. Any other recommendations from the crowd? Any other recommendations for the crowd? One drink. Everybody knows the rules. One drink.
I think we should do something fun next week.
I'm down.
Oh, it's Mother's Day weekend.
Oh, it is Mother's Day weekend. Drink like a mother.
What the? Oh, I thought my cork broke. That was not a good cork pop.
All right, what do we got? We're bogging here a second. By the way, you're not wrong. What I like about double stuff is they tend to break apart easier and the stuff is more accessible. But now we're getting into
with the classic rare breed.
Now we're getting into topics that I think we need some other supplements besides alcohol to talk about. But that's a whole different topic. So First Avenue St. Pete had Doc Swinson's rum a while back and was phenomenal. I've not had Doc Swinson's rum. I'm interested though. I love Marsha. She's great. All right, please do. You miss Rare Breed.
Dude,
it's right here.
It's right here.
It's right here,
this
buddy.
Is at Publix.
It's right here, buddy. Hey, buddy.
Publix liquor.
I don't know. Rare Breed. I already said it a few times. I've probably put it in ether too much. I hope Turkey keeps its price point for a long time. Because if they move this bottle up to a $65, $70 bottle, I'm not sure the value is
50, right? $49.99.
It's 50, yeah. I'm not sure the value is there anymore. Although everything else is getting expensive too. So we'll see. But I only say it because I feel like if I keep saying it, it won't happen. So we'll see. Most brands have a standard, which is good. The spinoff, which is better. Yes, I agree. Oreos, double stuffed Oreos, the rest are right. Yeah. Now, I'm a peanut butter whore. So when they do peanut butter Oreos, I'm in. But I generally like the classic Oreo double stuff. I'm good there.
It's making me hungry.
My bourbon budget ain't what it used to be when I worked at Total. I get it. But I think we can share. Sharing is caring. That's what I've been told. We need to set up another share sometime.
We do. But all this food talk.
Stop.
Now they're talking about Cheez-Its.
What? Cheez-Its? Reduce fat or God tier, really? Oh.
Dudes are on my level.
Oh. Reduce fatter on God tier. Okay. We're going grocery shop in the morning, so y'all.
Now we're getting Oreos and reduced fat cheeses.
You might see the channel name change to 3 drinks down and snacks. Actually, it wouldn't be a bad move because bourbon and stuff is really small category. But yeah.
Well, we can't. There already is a bourbon and stuff. Or stuff
and whiskey?
Stuff and whiskey.
Yeah, but they're not Oreo stuff. We be Oreo stuff and whiskey and tell Josh. I'll just message Josh and be like, guess what, dude? Yeah. See? And they're synthetic as fuck. Like, it's so bad, but they're still really good.
I really like the blondies.
The
vanilla Oreos, like the vanilla cookies with the Oreo.
I don't know how I feel about that.
Why?
It's okay. You can like what you like, of course, but just finished dinner. Yeah, Ty just finished dinner. He's getting hungry again. Yeah, I will come see you at Publix down the road. You're on Moccasin Wallow at some point? Hell yeah. Less oily, cheddar flavor. Seriously, swab. Oh, okay. It's not got like that Alestra crap in it or something like the chips did back in the day where it makes you have like anal leakage or anything, is it? I know that's really weird, but that's what happened. I don't know if y'all show my age again, but there was Lay's switched over to a different type of fat called Alestra, and apparently it was known to cause some people to have anal leakage, which is weird. So I don't usually expect that shit on your medication warnings, right? Not your chip warnings. So boom. It'll be the first thing tomorrow for a truck. So I should be there in the morning? That's what you're telling me? All right. All right. I should be at Publix tomorrow for a truck. Is that what I'm hearing? And there's hardly anybody on here. So I'm not afraid to go if I'm tipped off, certainly. You know what I would... Yeah, okay. You know what would make my day? Oh, no, beer truck. Well, okay. Still not mad about that. I've never once yet, and I'm kind of hoping this happens. I've never once yet run across a stag in the wild. Hasn't happened.
No.
I mean, it'd be a snap buy at retail. There's just no question. Mm-hmm. Like, you know, I don't care if your intent is to flip it, whatever. It should be a snap buy. But it would just be fun one day to walk into a store and actually snag a stag.
A junior.
They're not junior anymore, but yes.
Yeah.
I know you know that. I'm just messing with you. All right, you work tomorrow? Let's see. Yeah, and that's one of those, but that's a Buffalo Trace product, so we just turned Aiden off. I'm kidding, Aiden. I'm messing with you. How's your rare breed?
It's delicious.
Delicious?
It's delicious. It's delightful. I love me some rare breed. Shit. I thought that said mac and cheese. You know what we got? You know where my brain is right now.
By the way, warning, and tuna isn't tuna. It's Escolar, which is causes anal leakage. I see what you did with there. Light tuna doesn't mean anything. If we buy tuna, it's usually the Ziploc, not the Ziploc. Usually the packs, the sealed packs, not the canned. Which still could certainly, because I know there was a whole thing back in the 80s and 90s where you were getting dolphin and stuff because the fishing nets didn't care. They didn't actually take the animals out. They just process whatever was in the fishing nets.
I'm sure what I'm eating is probably not real tuna.
Right. You don't know, so.
But I've got mac and cheese. That's what I saw.
It's not often tuna. Allegedly. Don't worry, Brett Favre's not going to sue you. It's going to be fine. If you followed the whole Pat McAfee and all that shit, that's hilarious. Yeah. Publix in 8th and Paul last Saturday got Blanton's regular goal. Did they really? So I'll tell you right now, Blanton straight from the barrel. I've had twice, 2 different times. Phenomenal. In my opinion, one of the things, now I know Buffalo Trace doesn't have full control of that brand. I get it because of the Takari agreement and all that. But like, in my opinion, stop giving us watered down Blantons. Jack the price up to $109 if you have to and give us straight from the barrel. I'm preaching now, but that's exactly what I would want. So, Moccasin Wall recent got bands. Employee-owned grocery project. So I don't know if you've Aiden. Here's the wildest crap about that. So the fact that it made it to the shelves, if it did, is amazing, because for the longest time, and this is confirmed through friends that have actually known people that district managers and things. A lot of times, it used to be that the bottles didn't even make it to the store level because the DMs would scoop them up. The district managers would scoop them up and things like that. So, but they've cleaned that up quite a bit because that was some negative PR and whatnot. So most bottles do get through the store level. Grocery manager showed me, asked him what our text was. He told me he got a bottle, but that was it. After I told him. Yeah, that's what I'm getting at, though. It's like there's still some good old boy happening within the Publix network of the managers and stuff, but it's better. Some things are hitting shelves finally. You can actually go into any individual Publix and ask them to put your name on a list for a particular bottle. And supposedly, if it's in the warehouse, they should be able to order it to the store, but that doesn't really work, unfortunately. So,
is somebody having any luck with the person that was supposed to be giving him?
No luck there. Yeah, it is what it is. These people, I mean, they work 40 hours a week and they leave, and when they're not there, they can't see what's happening going on. So I never get pissed at people like that, you know. Yeah, or you have like Oregon situation where, like, you know, the freaking liquor control people were just passing Pappy 23 to the local store and buying it, right? You know, dumb stuff like that. So another downside to Total Wine for me is that so many people have had access to so much information here locally at Total Wine that they're kind of damned if they do, damned if you don't. Oh, I agree. Mileage is definitely going to vary on everything. I mean, don't get me wrong. And so I think they have to take a stance that they're taking a stance to get either one, it never gets to the public, so you don't get a complaint, or two, when it does get to the public, they want to make sure that it's on the shelf. You had a chance to come get it. Sorry, you know, and that's it. Because then the corporate complaints aren't as bad. So for a long time, they were getting massive corporate complaints about like operations and how they would hold things for people. And, you know, if they got a case and it was a 3-bottle case, they'd hold 2 bottles for people. So you'd have 1 bottle out there and people would know it.
What, sorry, random thought. What pour did you get at dinner Sunday at Burns?
That's a great question. You mean at dessert?
Mm-hmm.
I got one of the barrel picks. Knob Creek 120 proof 12-year at Burns Steakhouse. Really good. A little hot, actually, believe it or not. And yeah, you're not wrong on the varying by state. Liquor does too. Perfect example is went to a conference 7-8 years ago in Palm Springs, California for work, and their Total Wine was on a different level than ours, just with everything. But then again, they also had West Coast craft beer distribution. They had liquor distribution, and not. When I say 7-8 years ago, I had zero clue about the bourbon that I had today, and I'm like, man, I probably walked past stuff in that store that I should kick my own ass for not buying. You know, overall, I agree. We talked about that earlier. I mean, we could. Part of the idea for this channel might be just to step out and do a podcast, like a video podcast on a pure video podcast on YouTube. They offer that now. We might get into that. We might kind of even invite some people to call in and chat about that. So Aiden, definitely let you know about that if we do that, because it really is. Our Hayes, what up? First time in live. Thanks for putting out great content. Hey man, no, I appreciate you, dude. You are out there. Thank you for commenting on everything. I love your feedback. Thank you so much. This is my wife, Sarah. I know she does not appear on the recorded content typically.
Very little.
But
I think I'm on one.
She and I anchor the Friday night lives typically if I don't do it by myself, or stop it, Aiden. You're no way. Don't mean I love people with varying opinions and things like that. So our Hayes says, hey Sarah.
I'm typically here just to throw in a jab or two at Nate and
point out like that Cinco de Mayo we should be wearing sombreros, but I didn't buy any. So things like that.
I like to do fun things and theme things, and this one likes to not plan things.
Certainly. Thanks for tuning in. I appreciate it so much. We're getting there. We're growing. We're figuring it out. We have engaged folks like you guys here, small but mighty right now, and I love it. And
we're growing.
the channel's moving more towards lifestyle because that's the industry. That's the way we're going. I'm actually going to redo the logo a little bit too to actually reflect that. Right now it says craft beer, whiskey, and cocktails, whatnot. So Remus 5, dude,
nice.
That's my favorite Remus, hands down. Happy birthday once again, by the way. Remus 5 is my favorite of the Remus, so that's spectacular. I've had 6 recently, and then I did have a pour of Gatsby, and I still take 5 over both of them. Reserve that Gatsby because it was a neck pour. Maybe, who knows? If I had a second pour, it might change my mind. I've heard people say later in the bottle it's different, but yeah, all that. Give me all the MGP, right?
So you're changing the logo, huh?
I am going to change the logo, yeah.
Okay,
but just the banner around that top, not the actual logo itself. So. Really been enjoying topics of discussion. Never wrong. Love good review. Blind, but cool to see the hobby in bigger sense. Yeah, we're definitely gonna do some reviews still. You can't do lifestyle without doing reviews. So I think there's some people out there that choose to go a certain path that do reviews only, and they're brave.
Yeah,
it's a long, hard road to do reviews.
I think the struggle too with the blind is just getting them set up and doing them properly, where I feel like it's where the audience understands what was happening behind the scenes as much too. So
yeah. And again, so we're in a unique position right now, like growing and being a small channel and not trying to I'm networking with a lot of the other channels. Like David at Whiskey Row has been someone that's hey, what's up, Glenn? Thank you. You heading to bed?
They're heading to bed.
Yeah.
Night, guys.
Good night. But David at Whiskey Row has been a really cool, I won't say formal mentor, but he's kind of been very helpful in talking me through some things and whatnot. And love him or hate him, it's fine. He knows everyone out there has varying opinions, but it's one of those things where he's like, consistency. Like it's not that YouTube's going to reward your consistency; your audience will reward your consistency. And so that's. When I couldn't deliver content a couple weeks ago, I felt horrible. Like she knows it. And it was just, I wasn't going to put out shit content. And so, that's just what it amounted to.
Yeah. And I think even with the limited resources you had when we are away, because, we needed to go somewhere for family, you made it happen. Like it wasn't ideal, but you made it happen so you could get something out to your viewers. And I think everybody that's been around appreciates that. So,
yeah. So we're gonna do more of that. Like there's a possible harebrained idea that we wake up in the morning and drive to Savannah, Georgia. So in which case we'll shoot a bourbon bar or two there, and we'll kind of so.
And I think we have tons of ideas just rolling in our head, and we want this channel to grow to other topics as well. So I think that it kind of just depends on where we go. So.
Don't downplay it. Whiskey Row and Beyond Whiskey Row have been much better. Yeah, the whole thing for me has always been like, so when we kind of caught the bug to start watching Whiskey Tube was, you're going to see at that time junkies were one of the big things. If you're more old school, you had Whiskey Kingdom or is that their name? I don't watch them that often. The guys in Texas do own distillery. They have Bastards Ball and all that. Gosh, I feel so bad. Anyway, and some of the OGs, so to speak, right? There's some that's older than that. Matt's kind of more of a come lately, but he's got, and I say that with utmost respect for Matt, but the world's top whiskey taster thing really launched him.
It did. And I feel like Matt Madness helps a lot for his too.
And I mean, he's an interesting dude. Let's just put it that way. It definitely sitting down with him is always an interesting conversation. So, but yeah. Whiskey Tribe, yes, thank you, R. Hayes. I knew I would mess that up. So,
and again, if you're,
agree. I was getting to that. Sorry,
go ahead.
But Whiskey Row, David, honestly, has taken a definite approach that is, here's what I'm putting out. I believe that people like to see hauls. I believe that people like to see me walk through things just in a different way than others were doing it, and it is. He's a super awesome guy. I can't wait. I'm trying to help him with something they're working on right now, and hopefully it'll come through. So
well, and I think I have a different I don't know. Sometimes my creative mind works slightly different than this one's over here. So like there's times where I like was like, well, why didn't you record that? Or, like that's something I would have liked to have seen. So I don't know why you're not sharing that with your audience. So there's things like that we're working on.
Good night, Ty. If I am up and see you at mock, I'll let you know. Well, you'll see me.
A lot of folks know I'm still new, or I don't know a lot of the history and stuff like this. This one knows like the shit that goes on in that brain. I'm learning as well. So like
Night, buddy.
that's why you'll just see me here. Like I'm just trying to like just take it all in. So
yeah,
that's why I'm sometimes a lot quiet.
But it's so weird. Like, and you guys probably have this perspective too. Like when we first started watching, games were hot. Games were one thing that was a staple of the channel. And so we thought that could be a part of where the channel was going to go. But you realize very quickly, I mean, again, not to turn this around and like make this all about junkie or anything, they're even literally talking about scrapping poor guesses, at least, or shelving it. They just talked about it. So, try ever need any suggestions you would recommend for him. It really depends on he's like BT. Okay. So if he's kind of in that Buffalo Trace realm, there's a couple of different directions I'd probably kind of probe around a little bit for him. He's liking the low 90s proof, it seems like. We want to step him up a little bit in the proof and see how he does with that neat still pour, right? And still give him that license to say, let's throw maybe like a drop or two of water in it. Let's throw maybe an ice cube in it if you don't like it. You tasted Knob Creek 9, Knob Creek 12 in case you sing about night. I think he was almost disappointed, wasn't ready for it. So yes, maybe not his flavor profile if he's a Buffalo Trace guy. Jump into Wild Turkey 101. Reason why I say it's going to give you a really good idea where you're going to pivot after that if he likes or does not like. And you're stepping up to that, bottle and bond. So something in the bottle and bond region, right? 101 is not a bottle and bond, but
Evan Williams.
I'd probably stay away from Evan Williams if he's a Buffalo Trace guy.
Okay. What about Baby Saz?
No, rye. Going rye. So another. You said he wasn't too much into.
10 Cup.
Yeah. We don't get Cooper's Craft often down here, 100. And then 10 Cup 10. The challenge with the 10 Cup 10 is the proof is still low, but it is an aged product, so the oak profile will be up. So I think Aiden's giving you some good ideas here too. That's a great idea. So I'd look to any of those. The bottle and bond region. So unfortunately, Buffalo Trace just does not do, besides the H. Taylor line, does not do a great job. So, okay, so you like the double oaked. That's interesting.
Is he only liking Buffalo Trace because he knows of Blanton's?
Or like those hype bottles?
Yeah, I feel like a lot of people just, when they start to get into bourbon, they say they want to get into bourbon because they hear, they know Blanton's, and that's all they know.
I would even say Old Forester 1910. If he likes that double oaked, he might like that 1910 neat. And that's going to still be in a 90 proof range, but it's going to get you more robust flavors. So thinking about that too. So Wild Turkey 101 or some bottled and bond products are probably where I'd step him to. Get him used to the proof. If he likes the oak, that's great. We've won half the battle.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'd stick with it. Yep.
Even maybe some Elijah Craig.
Yeah, the hard part is that once he gets in the proof, is like you want to hold that barrel, barrel for later. But the Elijah Craig small batch is a different flavor. You find out where he's at. Interesting to see he went away from the Knob Creek. That tells me maybe you might have some resistance in the Wild Turkey potentially, but not as much. It shouldn't come across as nutty in the same respect. In fact, Turkey is getting sweeter and sweeter by the year, it seems like. So maybe leans more towards that Buffalo Trace than that Knob Creek. So I'd definitely come here, see if you can get him in that Wild Turkey 101. You get him in the Wild Turkey 101, we open up a lot of options. So Or like if you get Cooper's Craft, I'd definitely go there too. I mean, it's phenomenal. It's a great product. Early times bottled and bond, maybe, but not. Yeah, I would do it. It's a $25, $26
early
bottle.
times is good.
The older bottles are better, but the new bottles are good.
Yeah.
So another thought process. But anyway, good question, man. Yeah, we've probably got to get him enough sweet. And I feel like the current Wild Turkey line is doing that with the 101. You know, you even go back a few years and it was a little spicier. But this is going to give me enough spiciness. It's going to balance it out. So that's where I'd go. Yeah, man. That's what we're here for. We got to workshop this together, man. we you know, like I only have so many bottles. I've only tried so many things. Aiden's tried things. You've tried things. So that whole Cooper's Craft, that whole Cooper's Craft map of where they actually send stuff to is wild. Like we get it on occasion. I won't say we never get it, but we don't get it regularly. And I do enjoy it. I'll say that.
I think it's hard too because it's just a lot of people's profile, you know, because I feel like a lot of times even the lower proofs to me are hotter than the higher proofs.
If they're younger.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's what Buffalo Trace is not giving you a younger product minus Old Charter and Benchmark and things like that. Right. I would agree with you. Like, let's not let him stay stuck in Buffalo Trace, Aiden. I would say that's, but if that's, next thing you said, if that's what he likes, that's what he likes. I think so many consumers are pulled in by Buffalo Trace because, again, marketing, Bland's, Buffalo Trace bottle, hear their friends say it's hard to get. I still tell people this day, if you live near a Costco and you want Buffalo Trace, the Costco membership is $35 a year and you're going to see it twice a year if you can't get it anywhere else. Yeah, I picked up on the hot doesn't bother you at all, especially with, you know, all that. So,
yeah, for sure.
Yeah. This one, actually, it's weird because early on I told you guys, like, you know, she's definitely a proof hound, but I want it to fight back a little too. I agree with you on that, where I want a little burn. This one I told you is a proof hound, but I think she's actually coming back to the pack a little bit, where I think you're starting to like more of the spicy, true spicy, not the alcohol. So it's just funny how our palates change every time. So who knows? All right, you do one more?
I did one more. You didn't.
I know. Yeah, the price point's creeping up too. That's why I love Costco. It's $19 or $21 whenever you see it at Costco.
Yeah, we got lucky. We were able to get a handle for $35.
Yeah, we did pick that up because we saw it. Why wouldn't we buy it?
I was like, why? Yeah.
Why wouldn't we? Oh, okay. I always forget, my friend. Yeah. You know, if you want to try it,
yeah.
If you want to try, you probably see it already. By the way, their bottle's changing. I don't know if you're aware of this. You want to find out some other flavors they may like? We always hear about this guy, 1792. They're changing bottles. They're going to go to a tall skinny bottle, if you guys haven't seen yet. So, Aiden, you may tell me I'm dead wrong, but I bet you love Indian and Thai food, don't you? Because that sounds like Indian, a lot of Indian and a lot of Thai food direct. So, and I get you. I love it. I'm going to go with a little 1792 small batch just in my night. It's kind of probably the most boring pour of everything I've had, but I have a soft spot in my heart for Barton. I just do. I don't know. It was the first brewery tour or distillery tour we ever took.
Ever.
You can't do it anymore. They're closed down. So, and I know people's feelings about them, but the funny part about Barton that don't people realize is a lot of aged product out there, starting to be less and less the case now, was on the backs of Barton. It's well known, like a lot of these places, just like, you know, Old Willet juice can be Heaven Hill juice. People don't realize that either, but they're right next to each other. That makes sense. So
definitely, now that you say that, Hayes, I definitely get I remember getting cherry cola off of it.
Yeah. See, I figured, I knew one of the two. Indian food, more rich, but it can be spicy. Of course, we know that.
Yeah.
But we have an Indian place near us that we absolutely just adore.
We haven't been in a while.
We have not. We might need to.
Yeah.
Get some. But yeah. But Thai food, funny enough, if you're ever in Dayton, Ohio, Thai 9 is top-notch Thai food for that area. I don't know why you would be, but if you are, it's top-notch. And of course, a lot of places end up having a full sushi bar. That one does too, just because of the Thai, Asian, Japanese fusion components that a lot of them do. So
I'm gonna put it out here because I am less than 2 months away. We're going to Charlotte. So if you've been into Charlotte and know of a bourbon bar in Charlotte, please let me know. Because I will be there the end of July and would love to find somewhere to go.
we'll get it out there. We'll keep putting it out there. I always come back. Barton has a distinct nuttiness to me a little bit. I enjoy it. Good stuff. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. When it's right, it's right. Because it can be wrong. Some people don't do it right all the time. Man. I shake my head at her and I'm laughing because like where we live is again 20 minutes from downtown St. Pete, 40 minutes from downtown Tampa, 35 minutes from downtown Sarasota. But like aside from the little sports bar we just told you open, at 10:30 on a Friday night, if you want to go get like a quick appetizer, a small plate to split, it's not possible around here. You have to go to one of the cities to do it. So I feel your pain, Aiden, when you say you don't have a lot of options. I totally get it. But yeah. All right, last call. What are you guys drinking on? We're going to probably wrap up here in a minute, not to rush everyone off, but I poured my last of the evening and we got to get up and be productive in the morning. Got to be adults.
Figure out what we're doing.
Stinking adulting. Yeah. Yeah. I found that with a lot of foods that are from other countries is, once you find a recipe that somebody provides you. Yeah. You got a cold chill. Oh, you set your blanket on over here.
I do.
Yeah. Done for the night. I don't blame you. I kind of poured this is a little baby pour. It's a wimpy pour and it is what it is, but I don't blame you. So got my last tonight. I've got tomorrow off, but better safe than sorry.
Cheers, buddy. Yeah. Happy birthday again.
Happy birthday, Aiden. Thanks for joining. Hey, R. Hayes, thanks for joining too. Who else is out there? We appreciate the hell out of you guys. Love the feedback. You guys give us great feedback all the time. Thank you so much. That's all we can ask. Yeah. So
share the channel if you so choose. We definitely are enjoying those subs and
yeah, we're gonna build it and it's gonna be there and we're gonna continue to work on it. So, but we really appreciate you guys. We're gonna jump off. We're just short of 2 hours. You've made our night. Yeah. We did not. We weren't sure how Cinco de Mayo would go.
Yeah.
So, no, Aiden, you have never been a dick to us.
Never.
I know you've said that occasionally in the past you can be. Man, listen, I'll if you do step over the line, we'll fix it when we want with life. I don't hold grudges like that. Let's not do that.
Yeah. Everyone else out there, we appreciate you for sticking and staying online with us tonight, and we hope I
appreciate you sharing that, Aiden. That's it's nice of you to put that out there, and honestly, certainly will keep that in mind. If we do, I'll keep that in mind, and we'll move on. I understand. Thank you.
Hopefully we made you laugh once or twice tonight. I know I have enjoyed a chuckle. So
yeah, guys, have a great night. Be safe, have fun, do both if you can. That's what we always say.
Yep. Cheers.
Cheers.